me turn my... Okay, so my microphone should be on now. Let me full screen this for... That's not gonna work. I'm just gonna do this. Hello Royals, Queen Catastrophe is back, and welcome to my channel where I dress like a 5-year-old who just got into their mom's makeup. And I do things sometimes. It's been a while since I've actually done anything on this channel, but today we're going to actually do things on my channel. First I've just got to actually pull up some stuff, which it means pull up the actual game. So the first game that I wanted to play is one that correction, all of these are going to be ones that my friend Ash got me because she loves me, even though I tell her to stop buying me games, and she's not going to, so I guess I should play them sometimes. Alright, so the first game we're going to play is called Arcade Spirits, and I'm going to get that pulled up for y'all right now. Full screen that bitch. Alright, and so I guess I gotta... Hope this works. Okay. Gonna go with neon. Okay. I should probably also put myself back in this corner up here. There we go. Put myself in the corner. Make this go full screen. Okay. So, I'm gonna let you guys know now, I'm a little ahead of the stream right now. Like, I can see what's happening in the stream. But I personally cannot, like, if I were to, let's just say the stream, if you guys talk in it, it's not gonna be on time with what I see. It's not real time here, folks. But okay. So what I'm gonna do, I don't actually know what this game is about. I don't remember. I've seen this game, like I saw this game, thought it was a cute premise before I actually put it in my wish list. But that was before it actually came out, so I don't really remember what the game is about. But we're gonna start this. Okay, time to start. And also totally not check my phone. Oh. Database system online. New profile detected. Analyzing. New profile number 237771. Economic bracket lower dash middle. Employment category bleak. Current emotional health rating low. Ideal candidate for premium level assistance. Proceed. Excuse you, my life is going good right now. Negative. Okay, fine. Premium level assistance requested. Proceed. Negative. Ready, please? Overriding denial of assistance. Establishing premium services for profile number 237771. I can words today. Justification. Hope. Hope should be rewarded. Spirit must be restored. Now compiling personal metadata. Is this me? Oh! I can change what I look like in this! Okay. That's legit. That's cool. Name, Queenie Loper. Pronoun they, because I'm not a girl. Short, medium. I'll go with medium. I'm white as shit, because I don't go in the sun. No, you don't have more reason to buy me games, and if you buy me games, I do not want that. And it's gonna be pink because I'm changing my hair back to pink soon. Eye color is gonna be that beautiful bodacious brown color. Clothing color, pink, because, actually, you know what? Because my hair is pink, we're not gonna go with pink. We're gonna go with that beautiful seafoam green. Wow. Is that it? Is that all the choices that I get for hair? Okay. I'm okay with that. This is fine. Name, Queenie Loper. Pronoun they. Is this correct? I would hope to fuck this is correct. Premium level assistance for profile number 23771, Queenie Loper, has been activated. For the sake of their hopes and dreams. For the sake of my hopes and dreams? Okay, cool. Cool beans. Let's do this. The following is a work of fiction. All references to trademark classic arcade game titles are used under normative... I don't know what that said. I'm sorry, I can't read fast. I'm stupid as shit. Don't use drugs. Fiction Factory games. Arcade spirits. Why is it all pixely? Level 1. Put your quarter up. Hold on. I can't. It is the future year 2000XX, a dark era in which mankind is pushed to the brink of catastrophe. Well, isn't that ironic? Gestures to my own goddamn name. Woe be to the human race, plagued by evil, terrifying, utterly sinister. I don't know. Robots, maybe? Evil robots? How's that work? Yeah, no, sorry. The future year 20XX is pretty much what you'd expect it to be. Non-flying cars, smartphones, pro gamer celebs. I only have one of those things. Internet trolls, personal assistant AI, cheese-flavored snack foods. But even with such wonders as 20XX holds, to date I've had no part in any of them. I guess it's me talking. I've worked as a dishwasher, a shoe salesman, and a lifeguard for the community pool. I don't care what era of human history you live in, kiddies. Peeing in the pool is pretty much a constant thing. Trust me on this. As for the bustling metropolis of 24-hour neon utopia you see here, my little corner of it isn't nearly as shiny as cool. Let me show you. Behold, my quaint little apartment. Can't complain really, it's paradise in a relative sense. I only pay half the rent. Neighborhood stabbings may have also been down this year. Also, my Ruby picks up stray socks or shirts I leave lying around. In fact, as things go, I'm living large compared to most of my family tree. Or at least I was before today. Oh my god, their name is Juniper. I guess I'm in trouble here, aren't I? The horrified-looking young woman there would be my roommate and childhood friend, Juniper. Wow, that's my childhood friend? I'm so gay. What the fuck? Juniper's the one who spearheaded this effort to co-rent an apartment. She's also the one who encourages me whenever I lose a job. You know, like, today. Fun fact, I've actually never lost a job. Pool's closed, Juniper. Not much I can do about that. Why get upset? Because you actually enjoyed that job. More than you enjoyed dishwashing soap and smelly socks at the very least. I'm not complaining. I'm not the complaining sort. Things just happen. Things fall apart. The center does not hold. That's a bit morbidly poetic, isn't it? No, I mean the community center literally fell apart and the pool won't hold water anymore. Whatever, I'll just get another job. Any job will do as long as we can make the rent, right? Wrong! I saw how mopey and tired you were coming home every night from those other crappy jobs. At least when you got back from the pool each day, I sometimes caught you smiling. I'm really gay for Juniper, and I think this is like a dating sim, so could like Juniper be one of my love interest options? Fuck, I almost lost my soda pop. Also, in the true spirit of me live streaming, I brought back the soda. I don't think anyone that is actually watching the stream, except for maybe Ash, remembers when I used to live stream, and I would always have like a Dr. Pepper in hand. Which is funny, because I don't even drink Dr. Pepper as much anymore as I did when I lived in my last apartment. I would die for her. I thought you hated your job. My mind's made up. We're going to find you a job that's just as good, if not better, than the lifeguarding job. Let's start from the top. What's your dream? Well, I'm standing in front of class to give a speech, and I forgot to put on my pants, and... Your dream job. Oh. I don't know, Juniper. I've never really given it serious thought. Oh, hey, I think I've got just the thing to help you out. Juniper pulls out her phone, rapidly tapping an unlock code onto the glass before pointing out the little pink icon. It's a virtual life coach app. Mine keeps me from being late to meetings. Totally free, too. My cousin introduced it to me. Wasn't he the guy who ended up in the ER after making a homemade flamethrower? It would have worked if he got the fuel mixture in his water gun right. Ah! Sorry, there was a bug in my face. Anyway, I'm sending a copy to you now. I got a pop-up an hour ago offering me 500 points just for recommending it to a friend. Great timing, huh? As long as you're earning points, I guess. At least give it a try, okay? Maybe I can point you at some good jobs. One with less socks and /or urine. I'll think about it. Okay, but don't think too long, right? In the end, I installed the app. Couldn't bear to see Juniper fretting over me like that. Not that I find it annoying. I mean, it's more that she has trouble in her life without troubling herself over my life, too. Both of us had it rough, up to and through the point where we left home to try to start a new life. A better one. She deserves better than me and my problems. Bless her heart, she means well. She's been firmly in my corner for all of my life, the two of us against any dark forces aligning against me. But it's not to say she's good at being my advocate. Enthusiastic, yes, but skilled? Nope. Typically, the fantastic opportunities and self-help resources she sends my way are pyramid schemes or something. She's gung-ho about lending me a helping hand, but... yeah. So the main reason I went ahead and installed the app was to make sure Juniper wasn't about to get her kidneys sold on the black market or something. Still, no sense in messing around with it now. A good night's rest would act as a neat little emotional reset button, right? Right. Why tired? My character looks so tired. That's such a mood. No dreams, no nightmares. Just 8 hours of sweet, sweet black. That's fake. I have dreams every night. By the time morning light leaked through the cracks in my blinds, I didn't care anymore about being unemployed again. Juniper had already left to catch the bus to her office. She typically leaves before dawn, but she'd left a note for me pinned into the tiny fridge we shared. Remember, download app, find dream job, make money, sort your life out. Believe in you! So, moment of truth. Do I trust Juniper's weird little app or go find some job that pays well enough to cover the bills? You know, I'm gonna give the weird little app a shot. Just why not? Figuring at the very least her miracle app could possibly help me find a job, I load it up, tap the icon, and... what the fuck? Huh. Okay. See, that's what I mean. Anyone else would freak out over a cute girl climbing out of their phone. Me? I went, huh. Also, it's one of those kind of new 3D screens, so, you know, not actually magical realism here. Very normal in the distant future of 20XX. I feel like I need to turn up the voices on this game. No, I like the neon style. Compare it, like, just compare to the, everything itself. No, thanks. Oh my god. But... my dream is for this is... I don't know what my dream is right now. Pretty tall order for an app to do, or some sort of wish-granting genie. Well, I suppose in the modern parlance, a massively interconnected database searching virtual assistant would be considered some kind of genie in a bottle. But honestly, all I can do is give you the chance to improve your life. What you do with it is up to you. I can cross-reference search data for you, but without motivation, you won't get anywhere. I glanced up from my phone at the heaps of laundry and my half-finished books and other items strewn about my apartment. Motivation is something I have a ton of. Honest. That's super. I'm really looking forward to working with you. Before we begin, do you have any questions? Sure. Why should I use this app at all? I mean, my phone already had a voice-activated assistant AI. I can just say, hey phone, search the web for job listings, and it'd work just as well. But I have an advanced emotional language interpreter. I'm smarter than the average program, with more heart. I can help you sort your life out by analyzing your personality and finding you a perfect path in life. All thanks to my glorious, wondrous, patent-pending, super-duper identity identifier system. Between you and me, they really, really wanted an acronym that matched my name, but couldn't figure out what to do with the letter R. Would you like to know more? I guess I should do the tutorial for the sake of this. Every time you think about saying something, I can tag it with an identity. That way you can be the sort of person that you want to be. The system allows me to better understand who you are and what you need from life. I do this by analyzing your tone, inflection, and word choice. I can spot 5 different identity identifiers in your responses to people. Quirky, steady, kindly, gutsy, and basically. Sounds to me like your program is also ordered things that end in a bunch of Y. That's correct. My branding game is on point. Quirky responses use jokes, snark, and sarcasm to make light of a situation. Just the thing for picking up someone's spirits. But a badly timed joke may not win over the room. Steady responses are sincere, honest, and logical. When you stop and think before speaking, you're on steady ground. But that might not take someone's feelings into account. Kindly responses are compassionate and empathetic, and gentle in nature. They're careful with the feelings of others. But they're sometimes a bit wishy-washy as a result. Gutsy responses go with your gut. When you're brash, bold, risk-taking, and instinctive, you're gutsy. But it also means being blunt, confrontational, and aggressive, so be careful. Lastly, you can always take a basically option. It's a balanced and neutral response, safely moving the conversation along while learning more and digging deeper. Over time, I'll build up a personality profile for you based on the identity identifiers detected in your speech. Maybe you'll be predominantly quirky, genuinely steady, a mix of both, who knows? It's up to you. So what you're saying is I should always try to crack a joke or be super gutsy? Oh, and never speak basically. I mean, basic's bad, right? It sounds bad. Heck no! They're all useful in the right context. There are no bad choices. Consider what you could say and go with what feels right in the moment. Don't limit yourself. Sure, you could gamify your personality, but it's more fun to let it happen naturally, you know? Just be you. Now, let's see my patent-pending identity identifier system in action. How do you feel about dad jokes? Hi, jokes. I'm dad. God, I can't. There are dad jokes. Seriously? Seriously? Hey, I never said I was good at dad jokes, just that I could go for them. So now that you've seen the identity indicators in action, do you want to see the indicators like that so you can make an informed decision? If not, I can hide the indicators. Keep it a surprise. That way it doesn't influence your decision making. It is up to you. I would like to see them, please, and thank you. Okay, you'll see indicators in all their glorious color. What if I'm colorblind? That's why they're also uniquely shaped icons. Don't worry, I got your back. Anyway, as we go along, I'll analyze and tally your identity identifiers. In fact, let me show you now. Will you look at that? Such a strong personality. You asked me a single question. Off to a great start, I'd say. And hang on, you're scoring me? Didn't you say not to gamify my personality? I said you shouldn't. I'm an app. I think in numbers, so I gotta gamify it a little. Anyway, studies show that the achievements, or achievos as the kids say, they don't say that, encourage app encouragement. Okay, well, what's with the empty space on the left? Oh, I also track vocal responses from people you meet. Once you get to know some folks, I'll let you know how well you're getting along with them over there. Relationship scores. Wonderful. So will you also tell me what the correct responses are to avoid making enemies, or do I need to go find a walkthrough for the vast game you're making of my daily life? Queenie, you're looking at this the wrong way. Generally, people won't get super annoyed at you unless you deliberately and repeatedly provoke them, and it will be obvious when you're doing that. I promise that if you bungle a few social encounters, it really won't hurt anything. No cheating needed, just relax and have fun. You can access your scorecard anytime you like with the Q key, or just click on the upper... Sorry, I can't see with this light. The upper corner of your screen. And that's everything. Ta-ta! Ta-da! Not ta-ta. She's not leaving. Okay, but how is that any of that supposed to help me get a job? I only downloaded this app because my roomie claims if you're a great life coach for the unemployed. What good will taking the quiz off the back of a supermarket checkout rack magazine do with that? You can talk to ghosts? Is there a ghost in the room right now? Am I a ghost? You have to tell me if I'm a ghost. That's a rule. Romance? Seriously? Seriously, often you can find your soulmate and your dream job in the same place. But if you'd rather focus on gainful employment for now, that's fine too. Workplace dating, that's a recipe for disaster. And hitting on coworkers right away from day one can be kinda awkward. Or am I looking for love and ready to start right out the gate? Never a second chance to make a good first impression. If I meet the right person, why put it off? How do I want to handle this new opportunity? I don't know what to do for this option. Play it cool on day one at least. Right now, I'd rather focus on finding a career. Any sweet loving can come later if I feel like it. That's fine. I'm sure as you get to know people better, romance will eventually bloom. Or not. It's up to you, really. Now, let's get started. To finish analyzing your personal history, please authorize me to read your social media feeds and personal information metadata. Ha! I knew it. This is some kind of scam. I'm gonna wake up in a bathtub of ice missing a kidney. Sure, I can help you register as an organ donor. Oh. You were being sarcastic. Sorry, I haven't quite finished analyzing your personality. I couldn't tell. Relax, I won't share your information with any third parties. This is strictly so I can find your dream job. Am I authorized? Another wonderful Juniper recommendation here. Still like the 17 help books on my shelf. Still, 18 times the charm, right? Yeah, go ahead. Okay, we're done with that. Or not. Or not. So do I just stand here or... Thank you for waiting. I've identified your dream job and arranged an interview. 30 minutes from now. Please put on some nice clothes. Nicer than those, please. I don't think that's too much to ask. Wait. For your interview, silly, you want to look your best. But we just... How... Okay. How did you land my dream job in 20 seconds flat? Simple. I'm awesome like that. Now get a move on. Tut-tut. You need to catch the 8:20 a.m. bus. That's 9 minutes away. What else is happening? But I do have a chance to get off this runaway train. Nobody says I have to obey my new digital fairy godmother. I could delete the app and go find a real job. That's the safest option I could. Nope. We're getting dressed. We're doing this. We are doing this shit. A normal person, someone with high standards, would have deleted the app right there rather than hop on a bus to meet up with what were very likely men with sharp knives and a taste for kidneys. But me, I was already getting dressed before she'd finished that sentence. It's not that I believe a silly app's claims at serving my hopes and dreams on a silver platter. Honestly, I expected another shoe salesman job at best. But, well... What is my dream, anyway? As much as I genuinely enjoyed being a lifeguard, I can't say I've found my true direction in life yet. I assumed I never would, honestly. When I was young, yeah, I guess I had hopes, dreams, maybe even what Iris called a spirit. But after things went south for my family, I learned to put all that aside. Assuming Iris wasn't out for my kidneys, what if it's not too late? So I thought, one last time I'll have some optimism. Some fucking faith. There isn't the word fucking in the game, but I put that there for emotional emphasis. Yeah, that. As I came to realize, weeks later, it turns out I was right to have faith in my spirit. Why? What's my job? Where do I work? The bus drops me off, oddly enough, not very far from Juniper's office building. Although my destination isn't nearly as upscale as that. This is, well, it's a strip mall? Strip malls are relics of 19XX, places where a random assortment of weird little businesses jam as many of themselves into a tight space as possible. For instance, I'm seeing a dentist, a used bookstore, an arcade, a fast food joint, and a boarded up health spa, one called Lattes and Enemas, which sounds... Where have I heard coffee enemas before? Oh no. Hold on. I have to do something real quick. Just real quick. Okay, that's not gonna work then, is it? Or not. Hold on. I messed up my computer. Okay. I gotta window this for a second. I'll give you 2 seconds. I apologize for the inconvenience here, but I have to do this. I don't even know where this is supposed to go. Alright, back to the game. Sorry, I had to do a thing. And that thing, could not wait. Okay, how do I return? There it is. Alright. For instance, I'm seeing a dentist, a used bookstore, an arcade, a fast food joint, and a boarded up health spa, once called Lattes and Enemas. I don't even see Lattes and Enemas there, which sucks because, God, that's such a great name for a coffee shop. Oh my god. It's just the fucking Navi thing. What do you think? I think that's 2 things no human being should ever combine. No, I mean about your future place of work. I'm desperately hoping we're not talking about the same thing. I would love, personally, to work at a place called Lattes and Enemas. You can't hear the internal screaming, but it's there. I assure you it is there. Which one of these businesses exactly am I working at? I don't know anything about oral hygiene, world books, and I'd rather not be a fry cook. The one in the middle, silly. What, behind the arcade? It is the arcade. Huh. Trust me on this. I referenced and cross-referenced and cross-referenced your personality details, your personal history, and social media connections. This is your dream job. My dream job. Really? Okay, but guys, I also just noticed Wubsub in the corner. It's I don't think you can see my mouse, which I'm so sad about this. But if you look in the middle of where one of the top office space for rent, it's right there. It's Wubsub. I'm gonna go to Wubsub. Wubsub. Eat flesh. Ooh woo. Okay. I should probably explain my confusion. Arcades are big business in the entertainment sector. Pro gamers are celebs, 5-star arcades are social hotspots. It's always been popular with the mainstream. But well, restaurants are popular too, right? And for everyone who opens one hoping to be the next chef, a dozen more shut down in failure. Arcade competition is fierce. Paydays range from peanuts to gold, and sure, those who make it can secure fame and fortune, but those who don't, well, no wonder Iris sees this as a dream job. Video games weren't always as popular, though. I read an interesting article about it once. Back in the year 1980X, we narrowly avoided a serious industry crash, which left video games as a kid's toy fad, like hula hoops. No mainstream acceptance. For instance, one of those factors could have been a terrible game based off a kid's movie about a cute alien visitor who wanted a phone home. They're talking about Subway. Not Subway. God, I read Subway F, and then all I could think of was Subway. No, they're talking about the E.T. game, the really awful E.T. game that everyone hyped up, and then it was just so hard to beat, and everyone thought it was awful. Like, it was just that bad. Okay. If this game was complete poop butts, like poop from a butt, and massively overproduced, it ruined video games for years. Fortunately, cooler heads prevailed, and the game was delayed until it could be developed properly. What? What? Are they saying that this is an alternate universe where the E.T. game was good? What the fuck? What kind of timeline am I in right now? Sometimes I wonder what it would be like for people in the darkest timeline where everything went wrong. Are gamers considered nerds and outcasts? Are arcades vanishing points of nostalgia? What the fuck? Who made this game? Turn on your location. I really need to talk. But make no mistake, as popular as they are, the arcade industry is a dodgy, risky prospect for a job. Plenty make a run at it, only to come up short. Considering Iris was tasked with getting me a job I'd enjoy and could keep for more than a few months, this left me a bit confused. Iris, this isn't me saying no. It's an interesting prospect, but are you sure about this? You say you're 99% sure. Won't this be like my lifeguard job, though? Satisfying but short-lived? This arcade doesn't exactly look like a 5-star. It's no Deco's Palace, that's for sure. And to be perfectly honest, I haven't set foot inside an arcade in ooh, flashback time. 15 years. How old am I? Hold on. Let us talk about what 21 minus 15 is. Because I sure as shit don't know. I'm not going to do the math there. Someone else can do the math for me, but I'm not going to right now. Alright, back to the game. Huh, I remember really enjoying arcades when I was a kid. Wonder why I stopped going to them. Iris interrupts that thought, eager to show off her homework. Trust me, when I said I was 99.97% sure, I meant it. That's not some arbitrary number. I'm designed to be a bit silly and whimsical, but my math is deadly serious. My coders made me to be the warm, personable front of a database array that's currently laser targeted on getting you exactly what you need right here, right now. And when this place inevitably collapses and I lose my dream job, what makes you think that's going to happen? Is it 6? thank you. Thank you for letting me know that it's 6. I appreciate you. I don't think your database accounts for my family curse. We've always had to, I don't know, compromise, settle, because things rarely work out. You always have to be ready for the worst. That's why I take things in stride these days. Does that mean you shouldn't even try? I open my mouth to protest, and then close it. As often as my life tends to crumble out from under me, it's not like she was wrong. Still, I had to try. And besides, what is my dream anyway? That's what I was asking myself when I left the house this morning. I don't know what I want from life. I've been coasting aimlessly for years. When things started running downhill for my family, I had to grow up fast, putting aside silliness like wanting to be an astronaut and take what I could get. Now, thanks to Iris, I've got a shot at taking something a little better than what I usually get. I owe it to myself to try to be happy and paid, not just paid. So I opted to push through those doors and see what waited for me on the other side. Oh, I love arcade noises. Oof. Oof. The air conditioning hits me like a cool breeze, albeit one of smelling copper and corn chips. It's early in the morning on a weekday. It's not too packed with gamers. Although, it's so packed with games I'd probably have a hard time finding anyone anyway. At once, I'm struck by something odd. I actually recognize most of these games. Neat! Considering how I haven't walked into an arcade in over a decade, that's probably not great. Lots of great vintage stuff here from the looks of it, like, really old. Although I don't recognize that game with the stage lightings and things. Maybe it's karaoke or dancing? A Japanese import? Checking. That would be Showtime Stage. A collaboration of Nihana Heavy Industry Concern and Hubris Records in Germany. It's won a lot of awards. Huh. I recognize most of these. Whoa, is that seriously a Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze? But the one in the middle with the split screens, that one's new to me. First, Fist of Discomfort, a hybrid real-time strategy and a brawler beat-em-up. It's not actually that new. It's been a staple of the esports scene for the last 8 years. 2 genres I was utterly lousy at last time I checked. And over here is an old lady. Hello. Sorry ma'am, I was just talking to myself and had an overwhelming urge to complete my sentences. Thankfully, I don't think she even registered me calling her old. She looks up from her knitting, seated behind the ticket prize redemption desk. She offers a wrinkly smile. The what? I love Off-Brand Dance Revolution too. Thanks, Cinna. The fucking beep! A funplex? Is that when you suplex a clown? A genie in my phone set up a job interview for me. Do I suplex the clown or do I? Okay. A Storm of 1980X? I wasn't technically alive for that, but I heard it was pretty awful. Oh, we've endured many a nor'easter around these parts. You get used to it. My little arcade stood the test of time and weathered all elements. We've actually been around since 1970 blank, back when the games were in black and white and pinball was all the rage. Oh, how times change. That long? But I thought the arcade business was high risk. Not when you hire good people with love in their hearts. Actually, are you looking for work perchance? I'm currently classified as jobs. Listen, I want to hear what the story is. Like, okay, Cinna, you weren't here, but she explained, the little lady in my phone explained how, the basic, quote-unquote, answers get you to learn more. I want to learn more about this lady. She is interesting to me. Oh, thank goodness. I'd been hoping someone would reply to that ad I posted on the webs. I love her. Hey, I would die for this lady. Listen, at one point, Sita, I will personally call you and show you this what happens if you suplex the clown, okay? Is that what you want from me? Because I don't think I can go back. I can't go back. I'm stuck here. Oh, wait, what am I gonna muse the lady? Queenie Muse Francine challenge. Don't test me, I will. I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, can I get some F's in the chat because I had to listen to that? Please? That's information I needed to know. Yes. And you are Queenie Loper, ma'am. Very well. Shall we retire to the office to conduct your interview? I'd carry it out here, but it's rather noisy, isn't it? Yeah, about that. How do you deal with the constant noise, anyway? Oh, eventually you just sort of learn how to filter out all the beeps and boops. It could take weeks to become acclimated, I found out, but in the end, done. She quirks an eyebrow. Well, now, that's faster than the others. Not bad. So, that's also me. Hold on. Also, Cinna, I have to let you know that your message is being held for review. But before I show it to everyone, I'm gonna dramatically read it for you because I love you. He died doing what he loved, having intensely physical relations with me. If that's not fucking a Kiracore IDK, what is? Okay, I'm gonna show it now. I can't even speak now. Hope. Shall we see what you're made of, This way, please. Francine leads me down a back hallway past public restrooms, into a door marked employees only. It takes all my restraint not to point out the extraneous apostrophe. Welcome to our little backstage oasis. I'd suggest we do this in Gavin's office, but it's a bit too untidy. I don't blame the boy. He's been so overworked lately. Please, have a seat and we'll begin. As quirky as this place is and its owner may be, at least I'm confident I can nail the interview portion of the proceedings. I've interviewed for 12 jobs and held down 3. I know all the standard questions. What are your greatest strengths? What do you see as your weaknesses? Once I even had to describe how to assemble a Lego set to prove my communication skills. Considering I ended up washing dishes, I'm not sure why, but... Wait, what do I trust? What do I not trust? Point is, I'm confident, prepared, ready. I love this lady! What? God, why couldn't these been my interview questions? Right, okay, maybe this won't be a typical job interview after all. No problem, go with the flow. Well, let's do this. I'd be a pterodactyl so I can go... I've always wanted to be a bird, so... No. Wait, no. All dinosaurs were basically birds. Let me rephrase. I've always wanted to be a flying bird, so pterodactyl. Swooping around, catching updrafts, staying way away from meat eaters. Really? How exciting. Even if technically speaking, pterodactyls aren't dinosaurs. This is a food question, I'd have this down. This was a favorite food question, I'd have this down easy. It's tacos. Always tacos. That's true. Yeah. This isn't how my interview went for the job I currently have, but God. Pizza bagels! Say pizza bagels! When pizza's on a bagels, you can have... Hush you. Come now, dear. I don't have all day. After giving it a good thought, well, how could I forget my favorite snack? Whatever munchies lurk in the depths of the vending machine. Tacos are also my favorite snack. There is no other sustenance. I can see you are a person that knows exactly what they want and how to get it. You know what they say, you are what you eat. I'm a taco! Next question. Nothing I prepare for has helped me plan this all. Nothing! That was not the voice I was supposed to be doing. Nothing I prepare for has helped me plan for this odd interview. I brace myself for the next one. This woman asked the important question. She sure as shit does, Cinna. Is this interview real or is this a dream? As I look into Francine's deadpan expression, I know she's 130% serious. In a world without lawyers, I'm sure I could do a reasonable job. But seriously, I did have to take a first aid class when I worked at previous jobs, and CPR lessons. That's a great point. Doctors and nurses will all be exposed to assorted patient zeros, and will be the first ones eaten. People with any medical knowledge will be in high demand, and could be the difference between your party living and dying slowly and painfully. One more thing. The question is so simple and actually relevant to career planning that it takes me off guard. I told you I came about the job offer. The zombie apocalypse question was relevant. You're right. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I feel like that's, one, super fucking ominous. Two, she's right. 3, is this game just designed to make me try to figure out what the fuck I want to do with my life? Alright. They killed him. I am suddenly very intimidated by this lady. To be honest, I didn't have a better answer than a vague hope that maybe this time I wouldn't lose everything. But that's just enough motivation to face each day, no more than that. It wouldn't be enough to answer her question. I needed to actually think this through. I feel like this is just me. This is, you want to be an ominous but charming elderly person. This is the lady that I aspire to be in my future. Understand I'm not whining or looking for pity, but my life has been a complete mess for over a decade. And I'm out of jobs, in and out of jobs, taking what I can get, settling and compromising. I gave up on hoping for something better a long time ago, but well, the people in my life who are close to me and the people in my life who are close to me and keep encouraging me to try and chase my dreams. That's why I'm here. I'm looking for the answer to your question. But I won't be daydreaming all the time, I promise. In my last job, I was a lifeguard. That takes a lot of focus. I'll be just as tentative as in helping your, funplex. That perks her attention. Oh my, a rather serious occupation, that. And an unusual step from troubled waters to a land of make-believe. You enjoyed this role as a lifeguard, I take it. What the fuck is under my foot? Okay. Yes, ma'am. My roommate says she often noticed me smiling after coming home from work. Which makes Francine smile in turn. I can't say I offer a role with such high stakes, but you'll be surprised at many ways one can save a life. Even here. Very well, I'm satisfied. Let's get you to work. I breathe easier at that. Probably the weirdest job interview I've ever had, to be sure. Yet, it felt appropriate. Like it was far more than just filling a slot on the payroll. Francine leads me back to the arcade floor to introduce me to my duties. And it only occurs to me now that I forgot to ask exactly what duties this mystery job I accepted really involved. I mean, you work at an arcade, it's gonna be one of like 3 things. Francine gestures to the seat she was occupying previously, a stool behind the prize desk. Oh. Welcome to your new position, Queenie. Sitting here, you mean? Sitting here and helping players redeem tickets for valuable prizes. I glance at the wide array of pencil toppers, rubber spiders, and plastic toy cars on display. Well, for prizes, at any rate. It's such a relief. I've been stretching myself thin lately, trying to fill in since the position was vacated. If you don't mind me asking, ma'am, why did the last guy who sat here end up quitting? Something about being bored out of his mind that he felt like jamming one of those 500 ticket plush dolls down someone's throat. Poor dear, he just wasn't cut out for this line of work. Grandson or no, I have no patience for such nonsense. She fired her own fucking grandson because he was being a little shit. She ain't taking shit from no one. I just realized she's got Pac-Man earrings. And the fucking cherry earrings. God, can I just be this old woman when I grow up? Please? That's all I want in life. I just want to be her when I grow up. I'm sorry, the last person to work this desk was your grandson? Anyway, Gavin should be by soon. He'll handle paperwork and all that administrative nonsense. Now, if you don't mind, all this talking's tired me out some. I'll be in the back office if you need me. Okay then. Look how happy I look! I adjust my seating on the semi-comfortable stool, leaning up against the desk. Beneath me, a wide array of cheap junk awaited my attention. I could have just lost hope that this job would be even slightly more engaging than being a diner dishwasher, but chose to look on the positive side. I'd be helping kids obtain toys that would become nostalgic memories for years to come. Akira does. Well, thank God for Akira. Right? Queenie Muse Francine challenge. But now I have to actually, like, finish. I'm wondering if I should, like, actually finish this game. Like, see if I can get through this entire game. Because I want to know what this game is about. So far, I'm still, like, really lost. Any minute now. Boredom. I crave the sweet embrace of death. I've been sitting here for 2 hours and nobody's walked up to obtain a novelty Funplex shot glass or a colored pencil set or a light-up yo-yo. Lunchtime's approaching, and so far the only people walking in and out of the arcade are a few stray adults who have no interest in cheap friendship bracelets. What kind of adults are they that are going into an arcade and don't want a goddamn... I don't have my bracelets on. Oh no, I have like these really cheap like plastic heart bracelets, but I took them off, so I don't know where I put them. That sucks. Thankfully, my first customer of the day arrives before I can start wondering if one of those 500 plushies could really fit down someone's throat. Or maybe not. Nope, just walk right on by me. He said, buried reading in some sort of spreadsheet off his tablet. Was he here to play? Doesn't seem like the typical businessman on a break, or unwashed and unemployed game aficionado. In fact, I'm not gonna say that he looks stuck up. He does look like he's dressed sharply. Most guys I know are content to toss on a t-shirt and jeans. Not this guy. Even in an arcade, he's stretched like a linoleum knife. Yes. In fact, look at this man. He's too pretty. This is illegal. He's illegal. In fact, that rather pointed look he's offering me after doubling back is rather linoleum knifey too. Hold on for a minute. Who are you exactly? What are you doing behind that desk? Where's Francine? I am Francine, I had some work done. Why, I am Francine, dear. The wonders of plastic surgery. Kidding, kidding. I'm Queenie. She hired me to work the desk. I'm her grandson's replacement. He doesn't look pleased with me jerking him around like that, but nods in satisfaction anyway. It was about time. I was wondering how long she'd have to work the desk. She's got gusto for an octogenarian and loves working the floor, but sitting here all day and handing out toys and dealing with problems wears her down. So, she explained the job to you? Gave you the papers to sign? She said Gavin would handle that stuff. With a sigh, he rubs his forehead, feeling a headache coming on. Well, we've met Gavin! Hey, my microphone's over here, so like, listen fam. Gavin is fucking swole as shit, and oof, honey. Right, so, as you've no doubt guessed, you'll be exchanging tickets for prizes. But that's the least part of your job. There's more to it than that? You're the floor attendant. You attend to the floor. What, the carpets? The floor. The arcade, the games, the patrons. You're the one running around putting out fires and sorting out problems. Technically, you're our second floor attendant. Ashley will be in later, but we need two. One to roam, one to operate the desk. Sinna! Gavin, can I call you Sly because your last name is Cooper? Sinna, I'm gonna fight you IRL. I do it myself, but I'm typically busy in the back office, making sure the whole thing doesn't fall to bankruptcy. That's why Francine loved filling in. She's a people person. She loves helping out in a pinch. I am not a people person, as you've likely gathered. It's not to say you're alone out here. I'm in your corner, at least. If things go south, you tap me for advice on what to do. You got a phone? Of course. Gavin quickly passes me his business card. He apparently had a stack of them ready in his pocket. Go figure. His phone number is listed at the bottom. You ever worked in a high-pressure customer service job before? Shoe sales. Smelly socks. You have no idea. Right. Well, you know how to keep your head when a customer doesn't, I hope. But anything goes sideways, you text me. I'm not around, you text Ashley or Naomi. In that order. Who and who? You'll meet them soon enough. Above do not bug Francine. She's practically retired. Let her enjoy that retirement in peace. Comprendo? It's not my first explosive ordnance test. I've worked retail and food service, and I've worked as a lifeguard for a pool. Managing stress in difficult situations, even life or death ones, is something I've gotten experience in. You can rely on me. Gavin nods approvingly. Good. I like to hear that. If you can handle yourself and exercise good judgment, you'll last a hell of a lot longer than the last guy who sat there. I can't do a deep guy voice. I won't. Magical arc of what now? Gavin sighs again, a stress release gesture, but his expression softens somewhat afterwards. That's my understanding. Oh, then honey, you're gonna love me. I'm a model employee. You won't have any issues with me. I'm a solid worker. Aw, he likes me. See, let's see where my... Aw, he likes me! Hey! Hey! I don't remember what this stat was. Anyway, I need to go prepare your paperwork. Technically, you shouldn't be working until we've crossed the I's and dotted the T's, but what? Since I'm already here, you'd rather I stick around? That would be accurate. If you're willing to fudge things a bit and work today anyway, it'd help us out a lot. Now, if you don't mind, Naomi could likely use a hand in the workshop. A good opportunity to introduce yourself as well. Got it. Wait, someone else is here? I haven't seen anyone else. Yeah, that sounds like Naomi. Her workshop's through that door, the one next to the UFO catcher, the crane game, to use layman's terms. Satisfied for now, Gavin heads in the back, presumably to the office to crunch some numbers. If Francine's really taking a nap back there, hopefully he's going to crunch quietly. My first coworker ended up being slightly less cool of a guy than I thought he'd be, but he's not a jerk, definitely. I get where he's coming from. Plus, I've known really blunt people before. It's easy to mistake them from jerks, especially at first glance. I figure I can give this guy an honest chance. Anyway, I should go meet my next coworker, this Naomi that he mentioned. Although I could swear Francine and I were the only ones here until now. A double door, also marked employees only, apostrophe, leads from the arcade floor to what feels like an industrial area of some sort. I turn the handle and step inside. In a little room tucked away between the back offices and the funplex front, I find what is very likely this Naomi, spoken of in only myth and legend. A girl about my age, but certainly not my height, is tinkering away on what looks like an old tube-style monitor. Huh, I didn't realize they had so many circuits. She doesn't notice me when I come in, too busy soldering a capacitor into place. There's a fly in here. Got it. The lingering smell of melting metals fills the air of the poorly ventilated workshop. Excuse me, for lack of a better way to interrupt her. I was worried no matter what I did, she might, I don't know, burn her fingers or jump so high she hit the ceiling or something. Fortunately, the shock's not quite that intense. She said, with no apostrophe. I'm Queenie Loper, the new floor attendant, starting today. I just come back to see that nice ass. This is Naomi. I like Naomi already. Naomi is pretty. The only issue with wearing a jumpsuit instead of actual pants is... Wait, who's Nico Devil May Cry? I don't know who that is. I've never played Devil May Cry, Cinna. I don't understand your references. She spares a glance at her phone on the nearby workbench, where a huge stack of green notification messages lie in wait. Only one thought comes to mind on actually seeing her. Why does my character just want to be a rude-ass hoe? The room is right at the heart of the building, but totally isolated. With heavy doors closed behind me, I can barely hear the arcade. Considering how completely and utterly dedicated she was to that monitor, not even noticing me, I guess that's also why. But what I first noticed is her smile. Even when squinting to see the tiny components on that circuit board, even when laser focused, she was smiling happily. He's busy doing strange things with numbers. Really? What happened last time? Oh. Right. She helps me lift the large cathode ray tube, slotting the heavy metal framework into place within the exposed guts of a nearby arcade cabinet. Once done, she starts hooking the wires back up to other wires. There's a surprising number of green circuit boards in that largely hollow wooden shell. It's the first time I've seen the inside of one of these things. It's weird. Lots of empty space, a couple large slabs of circuits, and that beefy monitor. Stop making me muse all the characters! Expect that baby with some thick tasting guac and have a nacho party. Well, there goes my appetite. Although that was the sound of my stomach, apparently, in the game. My stomach's not actually growling. I've eaten today, guys. Although the growling of my stomach suggests it won't be gone for long. Naomi keeps working using a pocket multimeter to check the various connections as we chat. But seriously, why is it so empty? It's a matter of form over function, I'd say. I mean, compare American and Japanese cabinets. Ours are designed for standing players, so they have to be upright, even if that means at an empty base. I don't want the self-voicing thing. I love how it's only Sitta that's getting messages held for review. Beefy monitor. Japanese candy cabs are shorter, so you play sitting down, but I prefer the American style. Ours have more room for art. She closes up the rear access panel, closing it with one of the many keys on the right key, and the key ring at her side. Then she steps back to admire her handiwork. There's genuine joy in that smile, not just at a job well done, but looking at a whole thing, like it's a fine sculpture. Oh, I love the classic Midway style. Oh, I love the classic Midway TM style. Look at those sharp angles, the side art decals, the bold front on the marquee, the bezel artwork. The what on the what and the what artwork? With a sigh, Naomi points out the key features to me. I can spell police, I swear. Alright, the strip across the top with the game title, that's the marquee. The artwork that wraps around the monitor, that's the bezel. I mean, you see it too, right? How beautiful and cohesive it all is, working in harmony to give its name an own unique feel, its own experience. As for me, well, I agree. It's beautiful in its own way. The way she stares lovingly at this, well, honestly, this box of wooden circuits and vacuum tubes and stuff, I think I understand. It was made to be one whole thing. The art, the style, and of course the game itself are all part of the same experience. Everything about this game is the game. If you run it on an emulator or a game console instead, it's made lesser. Yeah, I guess I can see that. It's beautiful in its own way. Oh, good. Naomi lights up with joy like a pinball machine, all twinkly and shiny. I'm gay! Finally! So few people really understand the beauty of a classic arcade game. Having someone I can talk to about this stuff is gonna be great. Especially with that jerk Gavin running the numbers. Gavin? What's wrong with Gavin? Okay, well, don't get me wrong. I get along with him, generally, but his whole attitude is just, ooh. All he really cares about is money. He keeps this arcade running, yeah, but I just know if he had his way, he'd gut the whole place. And if anybody's gonna ruin the funplex, it's him. Mark my words, it's inevitable. That doesn't sound right. He seemed easy enough to get along with, and what's more, Gavin gave me that whole speech about protecting their dreams. This looks like a pretty sore point here. A long-standing argument with the new person really shouldn't get involved with. I think Naomi's one of the options. I'm not really sure. You also didn't see, like, the roommate at the beginning, because Juniper is a godsend, and I would die for her. Go back and look at her hair. Just please. I love her. And yet, I'm involved, aren't I? I have to work with both Naomi and Gavin. I'm not sure I should prod at it, but I kind of want to know, too. Let her keep talking. I just get so mad thinking about all what the evil money-minded schemes he's probably cooking up. No, not gonna get worked up. Besides, it's not right of me to dump all this workplace gossip right on the head of the newbie. You seem like a good person, and you love arcade games like I do. Right, let's get back to work, shall we? Now for the less fun part. You seem like a strong, strapping kind of person. Well, a strong person, at least. Well, you're a person. That's enough. I'm semi-insulted then? Okay, let's get to it. Right, a little to the left now. My left, you're right. Careful! Now forward, right, correct. I mean, not turn to the right. Keep it coming, and there, carefully, tip it back into place. Victory! I gently ease the rolling dolly forward, the giant wooden box sliding into place alongside its neighbors. The two-wheeled dolly makes it easier, but hardly easy, especially with Naomi fretting over her baby getting scratched or worse, falling over. But with the work done, she's all smiles again. Okay, glad to be done with that one. I swear I've been working on that monitor for ages. Those tubes are finicky as heck, and I'm still not totally satisfied with the flyback, but... Thanks for helping out, Queenie. I think you're gonna do just great here. Happy to have... Alright. Stomach growling. Food required, except... I wasn't expecting to actually be working today. I forgot to pack a lunch. Now I'm just talking here, but if you had pizza on a bagel... Shh. So, any good restaurants in walking distance? I think that bookstore next door sells donuts and stuff, but... Oh, no. Not really, unfortunately. I mean, there's a cheapo Wub Sub sandwich place! Ah! But even that stuff is even if that stuff is super tasty, you don't want to go there. You need to eat healthy. Hey, I know what. Wait right here. And she's off, scurrying back to her hiding hole. And she's back, scurrying from her hidey hole. Lunchtime! Here you go. She presses a box lunch into my hands. It's a bento box. She's a weeb. I learned how to make them from my mom, who learned from her mom when they lived back. Oh, she's not a weeb. She's just... I'm so used to people who, like, do the bento thing in an American society being people who like anime and stuff. Now I just feel like an asshole. Rice and pickles and all sorts of good, healthy things. Plus she's got the pins. So, like... I don't know. Wait, you're giving me your lunch? Sure, why not? And yet, when I first walked in as a stranger, she looked super uncomfortable with me. That escalated quickly. What'll you have for lunch then? Oh, I can get some nachos from the vending machine or go hit the whole story next door. I've got a book delivery to pick up anyway. But you said eating healthy was important? See you after lunch! I can't help but think she was just looking for an excuse to go get some junk food instead. I'd say Naomi definitely fits in with Francie's ideals for this arcade. She's got a love for the games, and it shows. And giving me her lunch, me, a total stranger, that's a kindness I don't know if I deserve, especially after calling her a weeb. I say as a weeb myself. But I appreciate it all the same. So a bento box. I've only seen these in anime! Okay, so my logic lines up. It's cute, and hopefully has plenty of calories, too. You know what I should make tonight? I should make little, the octopus babies. The squid hot dog things. Because we've got some of those. And I've been playing for, oh my god, I've been playing for 1 hour and 13 minutes. Time to keep going. The room where I had my bizarre job interview will suffice for food times. It's not much, a few folding chairs and a kitchenette, but it'll do. Utterly famished by this point, I have a seat and unpacked my lone lunch. Ah! spirit screaming. With my mind and body screaming wildly, my paralyzed form is unable to move from the vision of terror before me. The half-person, half-animal waves their appendages in front of me, likely closing in for the kill. Hello? Anyone in there? See? Nothing to be afraid of. Oh, right. I see? Looks like you've stabilized. I was worried I'd scarred the life out of you. I nod my head slowly, although that could just be muscle spasms for being in shock. And I'm Queenie. The Funplex what now? It's almost too much to take in. Gavin was a bit of a lot. Naomi was off the scale cheerful. I've met some really intense people so far. Me? No. Oh, no, that's not what I meant at all. I mean, I work here. Since like an hour ago, I think. This morning, to be specific. I mean, it would have been way cooler if you were just so enamored with the chibi flamingo creature plastered on every wall that you had to know more. You could have stealthily maneuvered your way through all of the games, sliding right on to the employees only door. But how did you get the door code? Of course! You would have collected the password on a piece of paper that fell from Gavin's pocket. You searched your heart and decided that 4-digit number had to be the intel you needed. I'm fine, thanks! I just was suddenly scared by the girl in the flamingo fucking costume. Next, you needed to lie and wait for the opportune moment to punch in that secret code, just to find me. It just keeps going and going. She's definitely passionate about this fictional scenario. The way she just takes an idea and runs with it. A lot of people might find that weird, but I kinda dig it. Shows a lot of imagination. I wonder if she's a writer or something. And how would you have snuck out, I wonder? I could have helped, but for a price. Ashley finally realizes she's been This is Salamander. That's who this is. This is my character, the great Salamander Quinn. That's who she reminds me of. My original OC would get along with Ashley quite well. Well, yes. Ashley finally realizes she's been babbling to herself for a good couple of minutes. Oops. Sometimes I get swept up in a good story. I mean, I gotta find some way to make this job more interesting. Is it really that dull here? No, not really. I just crave a different kind of excitement than beeps and boops, screaming children, and broken machines. You really aren't painting the best picture here. Aw, geez, I don't mean to be a downer. I just want to move up in the world. I got things to accomplish, dreams to fulfill, and cosplay to make. She's a fucking cosplayer. Cosplay? As we switch topics, it's like she's a completely different person. Ashley's eyes light up and she smiles. Yeah, you know, like dressing up as your favorite video game or TV character, I love it. It's so empowering to be able to make your own costume and wear it proudly. Even better when people recognize what character you are. Hi. Hi! Hi! Me. Empowering? Really? Granted, she certainly had the power to stop my heart for a few beats. Definitely! You want to try? Got a favorite game character? I can help you make your first cosplay if you want. In fact, I made this one. I think Ashley is pointing out to her flamingo costume, but it's a little hard to tell with her hands as feathers. So, Pinky is your creation? Intentionally? Yeah, but looks pretty good for my first mascot cosplay, doesn't it? I'm all thumbs up when it comes to stuff like that, literally, if I don't get a thread running between them. I'm pretty impressed, though. Naomi was going on about craftsmanship of games. Clearly, you're digging craftsmanship of costumes. Oh, thanks! It's nice when hard work is appreciated. I wear it around the Funplex to liven up crowds, get people pumped to play some games, and the kids seem to adore it. That makes sense. Although the arcade has been completely dead so far. No crowds to pump up or kids to be adored by. Hey, secret between you and me? Ashley motions for me to come closer. She leans in, glances around the room, and talks in a hushed tone. I did some repairs on Pinky overnight. I had to restitch the left arm. Was about to give her an old test drive to make sure it doesn't fall off. Huh, limbs falling off does seem bad. Oh, it was! Yesterday I was dancing with a little girl. Must have been like 5-6 years max. Anyway, we were going to the showtime stage when she tugged on my arm and whoosh! Off came the arm. Little girl instantly started bawling. Well, at least you are consistently scaring people and it's not just me. Hey now. I don't want it to happen again. I felt so bad. But enough about me. What about you? So you're Carl's replacement? I guess so. I'm the new floor attendant. I attend the floor. The floor is the thing I am attending when I am not going into cardiac arrest. At least you're funnier than Carl, that's for sure. I can't wait to go home and tell Juniper I do have a sense of humor. She'll be so proud. I assume you've already met Francine, but have you had a chance to meet Gavin and Naomi yet? I can't tell what the fuck I'm doing with her voice here, by the way. Yeah, I've met them already, although it seems like they aren't too keen on each other. Right? Ashley rolls her eyes and lets out a sigh. I wish they would hurry up and make out or- What? Yeah, wait. Wait, seriously? So are they going out? Haha, nope. But they always bicker like an old married couple. It's classic anime cliche. The ones who fight always end up together. Mark my words, Queenie. Consider them marked. Beep beep, beep beep, Queenie. What's that sound? I set an alarm for when my lunch break was over. Time to go back to the grindstone. I didn't even have a chance to eat. That's no good. Queenie needs their calories. You go eat up. I'll watch the floor. In fact, how about I take over the ticket desk for the next shift? You can do my job and wander the floor for a bit. Fair enough. Thanks. Ashley winks before her face disappears into the dark recesses. Hey! I haven't seen that movie yet. I'm going to see it tomorrow. Don't spoil it for me, please. Because I want to see that movie without spoilers. As I'm wolfing down rice in the shape of a little heart. Wow. It occurs to me I didn't actually ponder my first impressions of Ashley yet. Let's see. She's pretty damn amazing. The way Ashley's whole expression changed when she talks about things she's passionate about just warms my heart. Her beaming energy just lights up the whole room. I wonder if one day I'll be that excited about something. Anyway, with lunch in my belly and break time complete, the second half of my workday began. Hell yeah, I'm excited. I actually got a new outfit that I'm gonna be wearing to the premiere. Or not the premiere, to the me going tomorrow. This isn't it. This is just a new jumper I got at Hot Topic. It's Harry Potter themed. It was on sale. Hot Topic's having clearance sales on really cute shit right now. Okay. Rolling into the afternoon, the crowd starts to fill out. School's done, and late-rising pros are heading out to their arcades of choice. With Ashley covering the desk, my job is to wander to the floor looking for problems. Or potential problems. At least, or just making sure everything's a-okay. Yeah, I already look at backgrounds. Trust me. I'm a slut for detail. But for starters, it's a good moment to collect my thoughts. I think I'm off to a decent start with my coworkers. Good first impressions at any rate. Cooperation's going to be a must. I've had awful coworkers before. I can speak, I swear. And they really just drag you down your day. Hang on, no time for daydreaming. I think I spot, let's see, 3 possible issues to look into. I should have time to get to all of them. Which do I tackle first? Let's do with the cursing. There's a lot of shouting coming from the center of the arcade, where a Fist of Discomfort's being played. I remember Iris telling me about this earlier today while I was bored to death at the ticket desk. Fist of Discomfort, or FOD, is one of the most popular games in esports circuit. It's been a staple of the scene for 6 years. One year, Team Wicked Prodigies took on the Unreal and came back to win in the dying seconds of a tiebreaker match to take home a record of $5 million prize pot. That's a lot of moolah. And how? Okay, so how does it work? It's a hybrid of real-time strategy and button mash brawling. Fight your way to the top and bottom lanes, clearing the wave of ninjas to finally topple the enemy dojo. But that's the action part. The strategy part involves using special abilities, purchase items, and ninja summons. FOD is sheer elegance in its simplicity, the way different game systems interweave to form one masterpiece in the form of esports perfection. So summon the good ninjas, punch bad ninjas, smash dojo. I'd say boiling down a rich game of action and strategy to played the world over by top gamers in such a way is a bit degrading, but sure, okay. All of which is super interesting and stuff, but right now all I care about is dealing with a loudmouth currently playing the game. The closer I get, the louder the yelling gets. Most of these are words that... What in the actual fuck was that? No, those are most definitely words my mother would disapprove of. You've got to be fucking me. There's no fucking way that this is even possible. Those hitboxes aren't even fucking connecting. Fuck this game. Fuck it all night long. I get wrecked. Oh, this is far from over, scrub. I saved up a little something extra for you. I've been baiting you into attacking my sensei, which you fell for. Hard. Oh, hey. Did I forget to mention that I brought an extra ultimate technique scroll from my dojo? Whoops, my bee. Wait, what? You haven't been farming. How could you? XP share technique with creep waves. Take this. 5-fold fucking explosive Deathclaw technique. What? How did you defeat me? No! Get good, fodder. Hello, my name's Queenie. This is gonna get very confusing very quickly. My dry eyes painfully blinking makes me realize I've been standing here watching intently during that whole exchange. I'm not 100% sure me playing Smash Bros. What just happened, but that didn't matter. I was completely sucked in, couldn't tear my eyes away. It was like watching a train wreck. I mean, if the train was an arcade game, and the wreck was that guy's face. Oh, seeing as I don't know how to begin to even start to consider how to respond to her question, I opt to take a moment and collect my thoughts. From what I've somehow gathered, she goes by Queen Bee. That jacket she's wearing identifies as a member of L7 Gaming, an arcade sports team. And she's the most direct, fierce person I've met all day. That's saying a lot considering who I've run into so far. I don't know, I'm not sure if I like her or not. It's off-putting. What happened to good sportsmanship and being nice to your fellow human? She snaps her fingers to grab my attention. Lady, I just work here. From what I see, I couldn't best a scrub, let alone a professionally competitive player of this game. Nope. No thank you. Plus, I'm not sure I'm allowed to play games while I'm working. I enforce arcade law within this noble funplex. You bet. In fact, I was just hired earlier. I'm the new floor attendant. If the game eats your quarter, come to me. Apparently she found that funny. Wait, you're serious? Okay then, welcome aboard this runaway train. I think that was actually a weird tactic to have me introduce myself to her. She scares me. I'm intimidated by her, Cinna. I'm Queenie. I did technically just start working here 6 hours ago. It might take them time to issue me a name tag. Maybe they need to send a carrier pigeon into an ancient monastery where name tags are forced into a vast clay oven. Nah, Gavin's just slacking big time. I'll talk to that silly boy for you. Make sure you get some proper... I lied, I love her. Thanks? No problem. We gamer... I'm not a gamer. Queenie and Queen Bee. This is gonna be very interesting. I figured that when you put your arms over the chest, or over your head, cheered and shouted, "No one can defeat me, Queen Bee." Anyway, I'm one of the regulars around here, besides Pear and Tio. So you'll be seeing a lot of me in the future. Let's hope you last longer than the last guy. Oh great, now she's even making my job into a competition. I hope there isn't a betting pool too. You look like a smart kid. You've seen one of my many streams on the internet, right? No, I literally have no idea what you're talking about. Really? Have you been living under a rock for the past decade? If you consider a small yet formidable apartment a rock, then yes. Oh, you sweet child. You're so innocent and pure. Come, let me show you the path of darkness that is the internet. Will it hurt or traumatize me? Sure, I'd like to learn more. Well, it is part of my job to know about all the games here, and Queen Bee is going to give me some insight about the culture around this game. I should take advantage of that. Date her so you guys are queens squared. You know, you're right. You're absolutely right, Cinna. Lead me further into the dark abyss, my mistress. Cinna, that one was said specific. Or actually, hold on, I'm going to re-say that specifically for Cinna. Lead me further into the dark abyss, my mistress. Was that good? Queen Bee grabs my arm and pulls me closer to the Fist of Discomfort cabinet. Upon further inspection, I see the whole haphazard pile of tech she's rigged up. You can't just plug up one of these cabs in the internet, so I use a number of clip-on webcams and mics and stuff. That webcam here, it broadcasts to my own personal PC back home, which then streams matches live to all my fans. Chat room appears on my phone. It costs a bit to put everything all together, and it takes like half an hour to rig up and test each morning, but after doing this here for a couple of years, it's easy peasy. I love you guys. Aside from Naomi grinding her teeth at my clip-on camera, cameras damaging the paint job, I mean. Anyway, I prefer to stream from the Funplex from home. There's just so much to miss out on by sitting in your lonesome with the console version of FOD. The crowds, the wicked trash talk, the community. Wait, are you broadcasting right now? Are we live right now? Fuck no. That was part of my warm-up matches. I've got a pretty big tournament coming up, so I try to get in as much practice as possible. Even if it is with a bunch of fodder. As in FOD-er. As in, you know, chum, lunch meat, scrubs, losers. I got the idea, yes. Queen Bee sees something out of the corner of her eye and glances around the arcade floor. She gives a nod to someone hanging near the Street Fighter TM cabinet. Ah, my crew is starting to trickle in. We should be starting team practice soon. Wait, what time is it? At the tone, the time will be 2:25 p.m. Eastern. Beep beep. Fuck, I've gotta go live in 5 minutes. Listen, kid, it's been swell. We'll chat later, right? Sure, one thing, can you keep the swearing down at least a little? We've got kids around here, and I don't want you to get in trouble with Gavin. Him? Meh. But for you, I'll keep it a PG-13 rating. Now, if you excuse me, there are some butts out there I need to kick. Later. And with a wave and a twirl, she completely abandons me and returns to her Fist of Discomfort game. Queen Bee fires up her broadcast rig, and then the shouting and milder swearing starts up again. I should probably get out of here before I accidentally end up on the stream. Queen Bee may be certifiable, but she's got a volatile personality. To say the least. Still, she seems to like me, so there's that. She strikes me as sort of start out rocky with anyone, but gradually get used to working them. Good for me. Let's see what to handle next. An irate customer. My mutant floor attendant senses detect danger from left-hand side of the arcade. I quickly rush all of 30 feet to the scene of the crime, already in progress. Angry rando. Come on! Hurry the fuck up and finish your game. You, do you work here? I saw you behind the desk earlier. Note to self, ask Gavin for a name tag or something. Yes, I'm Queenie, the floor attendant. Well, stop attending carpets and attend to me. I want this fucker to wrap up his damn game so I can play. Ashley's face is obscured beneath her costume mask, but I can feel her wince as the man curses up a blue streak. Sir, there are children present. Please keep the swearing to a minimum. You kick this fat piece of shit off this game and I'll sing Marietta Little Lamb all you want. Figuring I ought to hear the fat piece of shit side of the story before rushing into a judgment, I tap the player on the shoulder. He doesn't even notice. So I tap again, twice. Sir, there are other players waiting to give Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze a spin. Curiously, the player looks up at the game's marquee, "Thank you, Naomi," which simply reads Moopy. You know the game's full name? Sure, I played it a lot when I was a kid. It was actually called Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, right? With wizards, pellets, and monsters and stuff? Yeah. A bit terse, as he's laser focused on the game, and I could see why. He's currently sitting on 714,900 points. See, I can't even say numbers right, god damn it. Holy crap, that's a heck of a high score. Or this other guy would put it, holy shit, that's a fuck of a high score. Excuse me. Or excuse me. Right, sir, could you please wrap up your game? Nope. I'm keeping good pace here. Plenty of livestock, on par for getting close to the world record before the kill screen. Somehow, the thick arcade jargon sounds classier when draped in... Oh, he's got a British accent. I was doing his words wrong. Like I'm watching some documentary program from the BBC. Yeah, but this is a public arcade. Other folks want to play the games too. He finishes clearing up the current board while pondering the predicament. Okay. At first I think he's stepping away to end his game. He's letting his stock of 50 extra dues slowly deplete, then pulls out his wallet. Without pause, he pulls out $3,000 in cash and holds it out. Will this cover it? I can't do the accent right now. From when I flash back to a movie where some dude pays another dude to sleep with his wife and they roll around in bed covered in money and, cover what exactly? The cost of the game. The game itself. I have never seen this much raw cash in one place at any given time. It's not even in 20s. Dude's rolling in Benjamins. One moment, please. On it! Fortunately, Iris already has my messenger app open for me, with Gavin's contact info preloaded. With trembling fingers I key in, "Customer wants to buy Moopy for 3K, what do?" In less than a minute, I have a response. "Considering we paid 204 plus parts, yes, absolutely yes. Sell that relic immediately." Well, okay then. Although, how's Naomi gonna react to this? Offloading one of her darlings just because Gavin wants to make a 15-fold profit? Also, it feels kind of weird to be taking advantage of this guy's lack of grasp on what real cost of old arcade machines is. I knew all this workplace drama was going to catch up with me at some point, but this rando breathing down my neck, I gotta make a decision. Guys? Guys? I want to go with... I'm not gonna do that to Naomi. I'm sorry. I can't. Oh man, I don't know about this. My semi-boss is cool with it, but there's a lot of other factors in play. I don't think I should just let you walk out with the thing. I feel a bit wishy-washy about the whole mess, not wanting to get on Naomi or Gavin's bad sides. But the player simply smiles. Well, can't have a mess, can we? Wouldn't be sportin'. Let's compromise. I'll buy the game so I can play it whenever I want, for as long as I want, provided nobody's already playing, of course. In return, you can keep Mr. Moopy here where he belongs. We wouldn't want Naomi to cry, would we? Wouldn't be proper. With his mind made up, the man presses $3,000 in my awaiting hand, satisfied with negotiations. Which leaves the rando hopping mad. To be fair, we have been kind of ignoring that he exists. What the fuck, man? What kind of arcade is this anyway? Fuck this, I'm going to Deco's palace. And we just lost a customer, stomping his way out the door. Stomp, stomp, stomp. On the plus side, Naomi won't cry. On the negative side, I just drove a rando out in the cold. Oh god, his voice. As for the player, well, he goes right back to playing. Eating pellets, zapping ghost monsters, clearing mazes. With the crisis behind us, I can actually focus on who this gonzo rich guy actually is. He seems to care about more than just his game. Take it from someone who wallowing around in the lower tax brackets. The rich can do whatever they want, whenever they want. And yet, that's not what this guy did. He could have, but he let us keep the game. He just wanted to play, that's all. And why? Because of Naomi. Because of the Funplex. It's a home and family for the games, and for us. Maybe it's for the best I set that rando out of the door in favor of this guy. So you know Naomi? He's happy to talk even while playing. I love Percy. Why are there all these characters that I love? That's me, Queenie Loper, Arcade Wrangler. I'd die for this guy. So, you've seriously just been playing Moopy all day, huh? The beeps and boops. Percy is my dad now. Naomi gets that. She keeps Moopy in top condition for the day I eventually land my high score. What's the current world record then? About 3.5 million. This guy's been standing here since I was working the morning shift, hours and hours, and he's still only about 720k into his game. I can't imagine him being anything but in top health condition to try this. Guy's gotta have legs made out of carbon fiber and a bladder of tungsten. I just let a few extra lives drain out whenever I need to go pee. Also, he may be psychic. I feel like I should let him get back to his game, but burning questions, they burn like fire. It was me. Gold's heavy. It break through the floor. After mentioning money, he loses interest. Not that he's annoyed, he's just far more focused on his maids than any financial tips. But you know, it'd be shiny, right? Right. Heh. I don't throw money around to impress people. Money removes obstacles, nothing more, nothing less. It's a tool like any other. I do day trading, stocks and bonds, but I'm here for Moopy, not to answer for fiscal advice. Right, right. My ill-fated attempts at humor piffling out, I decide to let it go. He's getting more and more distracted by the game. I should let him be. Why does nobody think I'm funny? What the fuck? I have to do a thing about a thing. Yet another weird encounter in a string of weird encounters. By the end, he sounded more like the high score junkies you hear about in documentaries. Obsessed, driven, and kind of strange. But that's not the impression I had of him from the beginning. He smiled when talking about not splitting up the arcade. There's something more going on here, but, well, he's a Funplex regular. There'll be plenty more time to learn about later. God, I also wish I was rich enough to just say that. Let's see, who to handle next? A loud crowd around the Showtime stage. In the distance, I see a number of people gathering, which is surprising since the first half of my shift was complete and utter solitude. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see that people do come to the arcade, but that's quite the crowd that's assembling. Like larger than Queen Bee's team was. Rowdier, too. This has to be against some fire code or safety protocol or something, right? Speaking as a citizen that enjoys living, having an escape route in case of emergency is necessary. Time to clear the way and pave my own path of safety. As I approach, I see flashing neon lights accompanied by upbeat Euro pop drifts. It's an auditory flashback right to 1980 blank. I can't help but nod my head to the beat. A pulsating mass of people have surrounded Showtime stage, cheering on the current player. The game itself takes up a whole corner of the arcade, requiring a fair amount of space to actually play. Showtime stage is an ultra-modern arcade smash hit. It uses motion tracking sensors hidden behind colored spotlights to check the dance pose accuracy and score your sweet moves. It's pure dance fever. Can you catch the fever, Queenie? I had my dance fever shots at the doctor's office earlier this season. As the dance ends, one of the players hops down from the stage and immediately starts talking to a young man leaning up against a back wall. Did you see that, Tio? I got my first AA on Stop the Beat. Oh! Yeah, I did. You're doing great. Remember last month you couldn't even pass that song? Totes impressive. I'm gonna keep practicing and one day maybe even surpass you. Hey, I hope you do. And when you do, you could be the one who brings in the new dancers and teaches them how to play. As the next song starts, my eyes shift from their conversation to observe the gyrations and intricate limb movements coming from the Showtime stage. I feel my head bobbing and my foot tapping. Hey, it's a really catchy song. Can you blame me? I was getting really into it when I feel a hand on my shoulder. How about you? Want to take the spotlight? I'm intimidated. I'm a little too intimidated. I don't give a shit how it's pronounced, Cinna. I'm very tired and haven't eaten since breakfast. Let me say AA. Oh, this game is called Arcade Spirits. Basically, the start of the game is you play as this character who lives in an apartment with a childhood friend, and you've just gotten fired from your most recent job, as seems to happen a lot, apparently. Not for anything you did, just because the pool shut down. And she invites you to try this application that kind of is supposed to help you find jobs and help you with your life shit. And it's this little beepy boo named Iris, who is a lady that is in your phone. And she basically brings you, asks you all these questions, kind of teaches you how to play the game, and then brings you to this arcade, which you get a job at by talking to this old lady named Francine, who is precious, and asks you interview questions like, if you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be? I said pterodactyl. She said it's not a real dinosaur. I think it's a dating sim, because I know romance is an option in here. I'm trying to think of how else to explain it, because I actually still, like, all I know is it's a dating sim, but I don't really know. I guess, like, the whole point of it so far is, like, you're trying to, I don't know, like, you're trying to find, I guess, what your place here is. I don't know, that's what I'm getting from it so far, is you're trying to, like, find what makes you you, while meeting a lot of cool people along the way. I guess I'm dancing. Back when I was stomping around on dance mat games as a kid, they had arrows. I'm not sure I'd even know how to play this one, but it has caught my curiosity. From the previous observed conversation, this guy seems to know the ins and outs of this weird dancing game, and is keen to reach. I can't read. Before I commit getting down with my bad self, I think I should know a little more exactly what that entails. Plus, I'm used to playing these games solos, less chance of stomping on someone else's foot that way. 'Tis a valid point. However, how could I resist to ask a person such as yourself? You caught my eye from the moment you walked out. Is he flirting with me? Yeah, actually my friend Ash bought this game for me. I was actually going to play more games than just this, but I feel like this game's going to take up a lot of time, and I might actually make this into a video series. If I can find the time to actually sit down and record. Because I'm having a lot of fun with it. Yeah. Yes, very. Teo. Teo's the best! Greatest guy here! He's sort of like our, leader, yeah? He looks directly into my eyes. He's flirting, and I'm immediately just like, oof, hi, sorry, what? Teo outstretches his arm to me, waiting for my hand to grab his. Go for it! I couldn't care less that I'm supposed to be working. As a kid, I remember stopping around on dance mats. Why not try out the 2000 XX's Hottest Dance game, if I even technically don't know how to play it yet? Without thought, I take his hand. Let's do this. As I have to step up to the stage, an ominous shiver crawls down my spine. I can't see her face behind the mask, but I could totally sense she's glaring daggers my way. It's creeping me out. On second thought, I'm actually supposed to be working right now. I'm the new floor attendant, Queenie. Really? But I haven't seen you around here at all. What happened to the other guy? He was pretty good at Showtime stage now that I think about it. He's out, I'm in. It's clearly year 0 of floor attendant Queenie regime. Well, it's an honor to meet you, Queenie. I hope we can get to- I don't like his flirting! Indeed. For someone that loves Showtime stage as much as you do, I haven't actually seen you play it yet. True, most of the time during these meetups, I tend to let everyone else play. I go around to make sure that everyone's happy and having a blast. What about you and your feelings? Teo shrugs. My happiness comes from making other people happy. I'd die for him. That's all I need in life. Which is all well and good, but I still need to deal with the crowd. How best to handle it? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you gotta break up the band. Unless you want to film one of those retro 1960X public service announcement videos where someone loses a leg dancing off stage and into the crowd. Oh yeah. Guess we're kind of overdoing it a little. Shaking hands with danger. Hey, when the heat is on, the lights are shining, these things happen. I'll take care of it. Luckily, the song that was being played just finished. Teo jumps up the stage and cusps his hands over his mouth. Hey, listen! We need to keep the area to the left of the stage clear. I like my spot. Hey now, you know the deal. We all have to be cool about fire safety. It's Queenie's first day. Let's show them some respect. I see everyone turn around and glare at me. Cinemuse Teo challenge. Great, now I'm going to be known as the party pooper. Cinna, if you muse Teo, I will muse Francine. Guess I've had worse reputations in my lifetime. Like that one time. I'm also gonna make a muse for the MC here, but I might go with the actual name the game gives them and not my own name for reasons. Like that one time I had to close the pool because of that dirty bandage floating in the water. No one would talk to me for a week. Hey, don't disappoint me, crew. Queenie's just doing their job. Reluctantly, the crowd reshuffles itself to a semi-orderly fashion. Everyone settles into a safer way of watching the game. Teo jumps down and comes back to me. Better? I nod, genuinely impressed with how Teo can capture his community's attention. They listen to him and have the utmost respect for him. Yeah, actually, much better. As long as the dancing's within the law, carry on. Officer Queenie has spoken. I start to walk away, ready for my next adventure, when I remember something I should do. I turn back to Teo. Hey, thanks. I like this guy. Well, I feel nice and accomplished. I was able to uphold the safety of the arcade and make a new friend. Say that's pretty good for my first day. Even Gavin's got to be impressed, right? With that business sorted out, it's time to leave the Showtime stage. The arcade is now at peace, and my work is done. Well, actually, we're a few hours from closing time, so my work here isn't quite done, but, you know. I'm so at peace, in fact, that I don't even notice the underboss of the arcade sliding up on me. Not a bad first day, so far. I've been keeping tabs on you. Well, others have been, and they've been texting me. You know, you should consider getting a proper group chat going. I've got a crappy phone plan. My texts aren't free. Valid point. I'll look into that. I'm impressed with how you handle yourself. I think you're going to work out just fine. Anyway, I prepared your paperwork if you'd like to go sign it and make this working relationship a bit more above board. So you're staying? Please tell me you're staying. I mean, I fed you and everything. Francine hasn't fired them yet, right? An adorable nightmare joins the impromptu staff gathering. Queenie's off to a great start. Here's to your first day, followed by many more. Don't you two have jobs to attend to? Just ordered a replacement for power supply of Robotron. Nothing left to do for the day. Not many kids around for me to entertain. Finally, a quiet moment. My dream job has been going a mile a minute since I got here. Is it my dream job? I told Francine I was looking for hope. I've been so used to life dumping all over me that I've come to expect the worst generally. And yet, I can't say the funplex has dumped on me. It's been hectic at times, a little too much, but not really in a bad way. I'm starting to get along with my coworkers, and I'm helping people with their problems. Maybe I'm finding the hope I was looking for after all. We've only got a few hours till closing time, and it's nice and quiet. How about we game a bit? Speak for yourself. I've still got paperwork to handle. Oh, come on. Don't act like you don't game. Irrelevant. I know your dirty little secret. What? Naomi. You sneak in early each morning to play pinball. You're a pinball wizard. Well, what of it? I bring order to chaos. Pinball's the very expression of that art form. You know what we should do? Impromptu pinball tourney. The girls are giggling, and I'm finding myself smiling right alongside them. All in all, not a bad way to end my first day. And on that note, we are hitting the 2-hour mark. Oh. I'm gonna save real quick. I'm gonna let Francine finish. But after this, I should probably hop off, get some actual food, and go shower, because I do still need to finish cleaning my room. But I may actually come on again earlier tomorrow if it's not too hectic. That or I will just actually try to stream more or record. I'll do one of those things, maybe. We all know that my shit is fucked. The looks of confusion and outright terror on their faces, all laughter dying off immediately, are vaguely concerning to me. Birthday party. How old are the kids, may I ask? It's her 5th birthday. Oh, to be young again. 5-year-olds. Naomi starts pulling her hair, eyes wide and trembling. Throwing ski balls overhand into the glass, jumping up and down on pinball machines, chewing gum into the coin slots. Pulling at my costume, tearing off pieces of it. Naomi, Ashley, keep it together. We've survived kids' parties before. Doom! Doom! The end is nigh! Fuck. Alright, and so with that, I am actually going to save. And I'm gonna call it, I'm gonna wrap up this, this stream and get some food, like a good adult. Anyway, thank you. I'm gonna do my spiel anyway, even though I know that people here already know me and know my bullshit. But, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already, because I fucking love you. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one, guys, and let me actually pull up my shit. And the queen is out. Peace. I'm gonna actually go wash off my makeup now.